We are getting ready to go to the eye doctor, so this is our third time back to the city this week, but it's something we have to do. So I'm just priming my insulin pump, and then I'm gonna put in a new site. Guys, we're gonna leave in about 10 minutes to go to the appointment, but we're having some pizza right now. Some leftover pizza Rosario heated, and that slice was really good. Little man's enjoying his crust. Ready to go help Daddy pack? Come on, let's go help Daddy pack. Jackson's going to help his daddy pack. Go ahead, Jax. Come on, let's go pack the Pokemon. Check out Chef Rosario, everybody. He's making us some delicious steaks. We got some rice going on, and we got some broccoli steaming on the microwave, taking the easy way out today. But still delicious. And what are you waiting for? You want something? You want to taste the broccoli and steak? Okay, dinner is served. Just waiting for the broccoli. Guys, last I saw you, we were having some dinner, and that was delicious. Rosario is a good cook. He's making sure I'm eating well while I don't have the energy to make my own meals. Today we went to the eye doctor. I can't remember if I told you guys that or not, but all went okay. My eye is stable, thank God. It's the same as it's been. I can't really see much out of this right eye here, but the main thing is it didn't get worse, and so in time we will see what we want to do with it, whether it's surgery or more injections. Pretty much there's blood floating around in the center of my eye, which blocks my vision, and so the way that I can't see out, the doctor can't see in too well, because it's just floating around the way snow floats around in a snow globe. That's best to describe it to you guys. And so when we lasered my eye, we lasered the left side and the right side, but the center you can't really laser, and so that's why the blood just floats around. And so thank God I haven't had any new bleeds, but it's just from all those old bleeds over the past, 6 to 8 months that it built up. And so there may be only one choice, is to have the surgeon go in and drain it in the future. But right now we have to get through some transplant things that are pretty important. The doctor called me today with the biopsy results from yesterday, and he told me I am having a very mild form of rejection. And so that's one thing a transplant patient doesn't want to hear is rejection, but it is the mildest form, thank God. And we are going to start treatment tomorrow for that, to try and just stop the rejection in its tracks. He said 1 in 10 patients get this type of rejection. It's due to my antibodies. And that's also why we had a hard time matching me with someone, because I did have blood matches in my family. It's just my antibodies were like kind of overpowering for theirs, and it just wouldn't worked out. But thank God Liz was a match, and our antibodies were pretty, they were pretty comparable. So that was good. Mine were still a bit stronger, but thank God we have these medications to help treat it. So we're going to be doing a high dose of Solumedrol, which is pretty much IV, prednisone, which is a steroid. And so that'll be for 4 days. And then we'll also be doing IVIG, which is intravenous immunoglobulin. And that pretty much will lower my immune system so that I'm not fighting off her kidney. That's where we're at. We still have to get some approval from insurance for the IVIG. But they also put a request for a bed into the hospital to get admitted. Since I'm a diabetic, and steroids can really raise your sugars, and sometimes to a not so safe level. And so we may do that, choose for me to get admitted, or just do it as outpatient in the infusion center and the transplant center. So we're just up in the air about that, what's going to exactly happen. But as of tomorrow, I'll be in the infusion center starting out. So hopefully all goes well and I don't have to get admitted. Hey guys, good evening. Today is actually 3 weeks since Liz and I stepped foot in that OR room. and 3 weeks since she saved my life. It's pretty crazy. I still can't believe that time has passed already. But I am oh so thankful for having her donate me life and being so selfless. And so, yeah, it's still so surreal. But anyway, it's actually also been an entire year today, February 10th, since I had my original first transplant evaluation for kidney and pancreas. And it's the first day that I met the whole team and all of that. And I can't believe it's a whole year since then. And it's just so crazy. And yeah, time is like flying, but yet with the whole pandemic, there's not much happening, like exciting things. But yeah. It's also my dad's birthday. He turns 60 today, so happy birthday to him. We love you so much. And his birthday has a meaningful date behind it with transplant and everything. It's just so crazy. But it helps me remember, you know, the significance of a year ago of getting evaluated. And then I remember, you know, calling him up to wish him a happy birthday. And it was kind of a bit of a hard day, you know, and still a year later, it's still a little bit of a difficult, hard day. Hey guys, I'm getting my first infusion of Solumedrol IV steroids since having the transplant to help fight some mild rejection. So here we are. It's about 30 to 40 minute infusion. I spoke with my diabetes team, and so we set up some new settings in my pump, so that way when we see the sugar start to rise a bit, we can just push a button and be all prepared for the high dose of steroids, along with tapering to the lower doses. Hey guys, we just finished the infusion, and we're gonna head down and get the car. All went well with it. Starting to feel the steroid a bit. It's a high dose. Sweating already and just feeling a little drained. Although I know in a few hours it will make me like wide awake. So just see how it goes. Hey guys, we are back home. Just stopped at the bank really quick, and Rosario just ran to the store to buy some more diabetic friendly type of foods, so that way we could keep my sugar in a good range. So pretty much, as long as my sugars stay good, I won't have to be admitted, you know, to continue the steroids and stuff. So that's really our main goal. We're just doing our best. And obviously sometimes that is out of your control due to the steroids, but we have up the insulin and we're gonna continue to keep a close eye on it. Thank God for my continuous glucose monitor, because that gives me updates at all times. I, you know, can read my sugar at any time and all day pretty much. So yeah, that's what's happening. It's been a long week. Today was our 4th time at the doctor. So every day this week we've been in Manhattan, and we live about an hour away. And so yeah, tomorrow we'll be back at Manhattan for blood work, an appointment with the surgeon that did the kidney transplant. Then I have to see the urologist because there's still the stent in my bladder, and then we also have to do another infusion. So tomorrow is going to be a packed out Friday, but luckily we start pretty early in the morning, so by the afternoon we should be on our way home. Okay guys, Rosario made us some yummy chicken burgers for lunch, and they are so delicious. We already started eating them. Guys, we came out for a little evening walk because my sugar hit 300, but from what I understand, they would want me to go to the ER if I was like 300, like all the time around the clock. But that's not the situation. I did eat, of course I gave insulin, and I hit into the 300s, but so I upped the insulin even more to the highest setting on my pump that we set up with my diabetes educator. And now we're just going for a stroll. Walking and exercise does help bring it down. Obviously I can't exercise with my incision, but some walking along with some extra insulin should do the trick. Wow guys, look at this delicious salad my hubby made. Dinner is served. We got grilled chicken with lettuce and tomato and seasoning, I have oil and vinegar, and he's doing some ranch on his. This is a pretty diabetic friendly meal.
Yeah.
Due to the steroids, my sugars have gone up. I told you guys before we went for a walk to help lower them. And so yeah, this is just a good option for us right now to eat. Right now I'm in range for where they want me. It's not normal sugar, but I'm around 200. And so that's pretty good right now with all these steroids. And I'm gonna try and get it even lower. If I get it like 180, I'll be thrilled. So that's my goal for tonight. And I would be lying to you guys if I said I feel really good, because I don't. It's nothing like, it's not like my kidney is bothering me. It's the effects of the steroids. If you guys ever took steroids before, you guys know that some people are prone to body aches. And so I always had that issue with steroids, and I am pretty achy right now. My arms, shoulders, legs, back, everything, feet are aching. It's a very different ache than when you're like sick. It's horrible. I can't even explain it. And it makes you jittery, the steroids, and jumpy, and like you get these bursts of energy, and then eventually you crash and get tired. It's just a vicious cycle. So I do hate steroids. Been taking them many years because of the cystic fibrosis and the asthma, and I've been off them for over a year. And the last time I was on them, obviously was in the hospital with the transplant, but I was so out of it that I really didn't feel the effects until like the 3rd day. I started feeling the jumpiness and jitteriness, but yeah, this time is the body aches along with that stuff. So just figured I'd share with you guys. I know we have some people interested in transplants on our channel, and so that may possibly need them in the future. And so just sharing all the nitty gritty details with you guys. Oh, hey guys, I just did some cleaning up a tiny bit in the kitchen, finished showering and everything, and now I'm having a little pack of Oreo cookies. Not so diabetic friendly, but there's only 20 carbs, so I'll just have this little bag with a tiny bit of milk, and the protein from the milk should help level out my sugar. Don't let steroids fool you. And so steroids do affect your muscles, they affect your mood, they affect a lot of different things. Luckily right now my mood isn't affected. I'm still happy and nice and not being nasty or anything, but that does happen sometimes, especially when you're on steroids for like a good amount of time. And so, yeah, the other thing is I'm sweating. Like, it's cool down here and it just feels so warm. But it's like I have internal heat, but when you touch my legs and my arms and feet, they're cold, but it's internally. So wearing shorts and a t-shirt instead of long sleeves is helping me to stay somewhat cool. But I'm gonna have this snack, get to bed so I could get at least, what, 7 hours of rest? No. 6.5, and then we'll see you guys tomorrow, I guess, on the road or at the appointments or whenever we decide to pick up the camera. So thank you for watching. Have a good night, and I will keep you guys posted on our journey with a mild case of rejection. If I didn't mention, steroids make you extremely hungry. Like, you just get like the munchies. It's so crazy. Sometimes you just could like eat everything. It's nuts. So I was getting hungry and I'm like, I have to have something, or else I'm gonna go to bed and just be like craving food. So this like fixed my craving, the cookies and milk. But anyway, just to share with you guys, my diabetes educator years ago shared this tip with me with Fairlife milk. She suggested that I start using it, and I couldn't agree with her anymore. It doesn't affect my sugar the way regular milk does, but the carbs, it's a better like milk, to be honest. It's not loaded up with sugar. So the carbs are only 6 grams in a cup, whereas regular milk that you just buy in the regular store or whatever is 12 to 13 grams per cup. I hope it somehow helps somebody out that's could possibly be going through the same situation, and maybe they'll find inspiration through this and find hope if they are in need of a transplant, whether it's kidney, lung, liver, heart, anything. But this is just to give you guys an idea as to what we're dealing with kidneys. And so I hope to see you guys soon, and keep updating you guys. Thank you for watching. Good night.